All right, first things first, we're gonna give it a little pre-rinse. All right, let's do a quick little walk around here. My car is very dirty, but I can't really tell until I zoom in all the way. But once you do, even then you still can't tell. But if you were looking at it from the outside, you would tell that it's very, very dirty. It's been like a month since I've actually hand washed, cleaned it. Yeah, it's that it is super dirty. But I think from right here you can see. Yeah, you should be able to see that right there. A lot of dirty, a lot of crustiness. The wheels are terrible. All right, first things first, we're gonna give it a little pre-rinse. All right, now that we got the car rinsed off, now we're going to use this right here. It is Meguiar's Gold Class Car Wash. Nothing fancy, just something. It'll do the job to get to your car nice and clean. So get all the residue off and stuff. So we're going to do a foam cannon pre-soak. that's, you know, kind of on top and all the residue and stuff like that. Because when you're washing it, you don't want to kind of mar your paint, right? So we'll give this a kind of a touchless wash first, because we want to minimize the damage to our paint. Car by hand, you want to try to minimize the damage you're doing as much as you can. So it's one of the ways you do it is by letting the car clean itself at first. All right, so now that we got that sprayed down, now we're going to rinse it off, and then we'll start the next section. Washed off now, and to be completely honest, as long as your car is not too dirty, you could be done here, right? Here, dry it, clean the windows, dress the tires, you know, you could be done there. But the car has been a long time since it's been washed, so I'm gonna go ahead and go the extra step, and the first extra step is clean the wheels. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do there. All right, so what we're gonna be using here is Meguiar's wheel and tire cleaner. I get this from Walmart or AutoZone, Lowe's, whatever. I think Walmart's the cheapest, is what I found. All right, so this is some pretty heavy chemicals. All right, so if you want to wear eyewear with this, please wear eyewear. Don't let it be windy and get in your eye, and wash your hands after use. But look, you could tell right away it's changing colors, right? This is stuff that just works really well to get all the grime and all the wheel wear off of there. You're gonna see this, it's gonna turn real dirty. So we're gonna do that one, and then we're gonna get the back one real quick too, and then we're gonna scrub after I lace this back one here. All right, we got the back one good to go. Now it's time to scrub the front one. All right. You see it's already how it's already yellow and dirty. Yeah. Now we're just gonna do a little scrub on it. Got a little wheel cleaner there. All right, we got that all scrubbed up there, clean, and we just gotta rinse it off. It's going to clean itself pretty much, but this is just to go that extra mile. Yeah, look at that dirtiness. This stuff works really well. And you don't want to use it on your car. It's too much chemicals for the car, but for the wheels it's perfect. Obviously it's made for the wheels. All right, we're gonna rinse this off. All right, now we got some clean wheels and rims. All right, I'm gonna do the other side off camera, and we'll come back for the next step. All right, next step here. 2-bucket method. We got our soapy water right here, same soap in here, all mixed up, and we got our clean water right here. We're gonna use our sponge, clean our car, get the dirtiness off in the clean water. Simple. If you watch any car washing videos before, they do the same thing. It's the simplest, easiest way to do it, the best way to protect your car. Again, it's all about protecting your car's paint, right? So same thing. We're gonna get going with that. All right, I really need to pull out the chesty because this is gonna make it harder. See, it's my hand mitt right here. So it's gonna make it harder to film, but we'll get it done, and if not, we'll catch you on the time lapse. All right, dip it in the soap, start washing. So my soap started running up. So now I come over here, dip it in the clean water, get all that dirtiness off, and back in the soap. Back in the clean soap. All right, we're gonna keep doing that. For not mentioning too, another thing you want to be sure of is you want to start from the top and then work your way down. You starting from anywhere, you forget where you left off. So not only that, you know, you want to get the dirt to fall from top to bottom. So it's the best thing to do, top to bottom right there, all the way to the bottom. Go to your next section. Cool day, 65 degrees out, but the sun's out. So even with the sun out, it's drying up my suds really quick. So I gotta be faster, and I gotta not be able to film so much. So we'll catch you when I'm ready to rinse. 2 bucket method done. Now we're just gonna finish up the details, and got these fancy little tools here. This one's for the front of the grill, and this one's gonna be for the inner spokes here. And get it nice and clean in there. And I'm just gonna use what's left over from the clean bucket and just get in there and get some of that grime out of there. So the next one, we're gonna do it pretty quick, but we're running out of time. I don't want this video to be too long. We're gonna do another rinse, we're gonna do another foam, and then we're gonna be ready to dry. Oh, that's my bad, I did forget. I do wanna get inside here. Pretty grimy and dirty in there, so get a nice little clean in there, so that way we can say that we did a proper detail here. Yeah, this one is gonna be a lot more gentle, so that way it's not scratching the chrome plate here. Same thing on both sides there. All right, we'll be back with the wash. All right, so the sun isn't as strong as it was before, so it made it a lot easier and not quicker to get to the washing out the suds. So we're gonna rinse this off, and then we're gonna start drying. right, so I do want to get to drying really quick, but there's a lot of stuff, a lot of scum right here, a lot of bug spots that didn't come off. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this Bug and Tar Rain-X pre-wash gel, and this should help. All right, so we'll let that sit for a little bit. Now let's go back in here and let's see if we can get this washed off. Oh yeah, much better, much easier. Wiped away with ease. I was scrubbing a little too hard there, harder than you want to scrub your car's paint. Chemicals do the work for you, and you'll have a much easier time cleaning your car here. You just gotta use the chemicals the right way and know which ones to get. All right, so there's a little scuff mark there. Apply a little pressure, not too much. Yeah, came right off. Perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. We don't want to damage the paint. All right, y'all, so normally I have a squeegee that I use for the windows, and it just makes it so much easier to wash the windows and just get it done real quick. But I can't find it, so we're just gonna go old school. We're just gonna wipe it down with a towel. We do have some spray. We're of course gonna have some spray that we're gonna use. First things first is I'm using a waffle weave drying towel, and this is just really, it's one of my favorite ones right here. I have another one, but it's almost like after the first time, or after it got washed, it doesn't dry as good. I'll show you. Yeah, so we're gonna wash these windows real quick. See, and another thing that I love about the squeegee is that it helps to not get your towel so wet, right? So it just squeegees the water away. But yeah, we want to get the windows dried off first, ideally, so that way they can be ready to be prepped for the spray. So for the back, let's do the back. That way you don't miss a spot. Same thing when you're washing the car. You want to do it in the same way, so that way you're not missing any spots. All right, this one's pretty much wet, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the other one. So this is the one I was talking about. This is the Mammoth towel, and look at this. It looks amazing, right? It doesn't dry. It doesn't dry as good as it's supposed to. Ideally, you can get it all in one swoop, but it just doesn't dry as good as it used to. All right. Yeah, see all the it's gonna be hard to see, but see, you wipe over it and it still leaves so much. So that's what I don't like using it anymore. I use it to give it. I use it really quick just to give it a quick dampening. Pretty much that's all I'm doing, really, is giving it a good dampening. One of my favorites are the one that I use first, the waffle weave. Those ones are really good. You wring them out, you can give them another go. All right, so we got our initial drying there. Let's go back for our final drying. All right, for the final dry, I'm gonna use this one right here. Got to remove the tag though, right? The whole video we've been talking about not marring the paint, so we're gonna remove this. We don't want to mar the paint. The tag removed. Let's go put that in our pocket and throw it away later, and we're gonna finish drying. Well, it's not picking up what I wanted to pick up either. All right, well, so far I don't like any of my towels. Let's see how this one does. Yes, it's all right. So I've already went side to side. So now let's go up and down. All right. Make sure we're drying each spot there. We don't want to drive off and get a bunch of splatter and ruin what we just did there. All right, so side to side there. All right, then we'll come back this way and we're gonna go up and down. All right. So if I'm being honest, it doesn't need it, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the window cleaner out of the windshield. All right. So what I use is invisible glass, cheap stuff, you know, fairly reasonable price stuff, and it's by far the best streak-free window cleaner I've used. So I definitely recommend this one. Same thing. So it's a one. And this one doesn't really have to be cross-hashed, but there we go. And then I'm gonna set this on the ground a little bit harder with one hand, and we're gonna give it a little one, down, back. And that's what we want to see right there. Oh, you can see how dirty my inside is too, but we're not gonna do the inside today. Or at least I'm not gonna film it anyways. This video have to be longer than it has to be. All right, this is the last bit right here. Tire shine, right? This is the last piece when you want to make your car look good, right? This is how you know your car is clean, right? It's how you pass by and you see somebody shine tires, you know they just got their car freshly washed. All right, so this one I'm using a Chemical Guys tire kicker tire shine. Now this one's extra shiny. I normally go with like a matte finish, factory finish. I really don't like super shiny, but hey, this is what we have right now, and this is what we're going with. So it's gonna be pretty shiny. Got these little from Amazon. I do not recommend. Out of everything that I use today, this is the only thing I don't recommend. This part comes apart, and this piece comes apart, and they're like single use. So right, so they give you like 16, right? 16 for like 20 bucks, and you think you're getting a deal because like, oh, you can use it. No, they're pretty much single use unless you're like so gentle with it. So yeah, out of everything that I use today, this is probably the only thing that I don't recommend. Get you a nice good one, but sometimes the good ones, they'll just come apart if you're too rough with it. All right, we got the tire shine applied. Let's do one more together. We'll go for the final reveal, the final finish. All right, we'll see you on the final finish. I got another piece I didn't show right here. In this 2-bucket method here. This is the dirty bucket, right? Let me get this in a safe spot. Anyways, no, let me just hold it. All right, so I had that. There's a little piece down there, it's also on Amazon, and you put it at the bottom. And all the dirty sediment goes to the bottom. So yeah, you still see how dirty it is. That's how dirty my car was right there. And at the very bottom is where all the dirt and stuff's gonna be. You see, it trapped all the dirty stuff down there. So it's pretty cool. All right, here goes the final result before I lose all of the sunlight. All right, roll the cool music.